Good morning and welcome to the loading slash cleaning table. Came across some of these bayonets and fighting knives about a couple weeks ago, I guess. Have a kind of an uncle-in-law who has a antique dealership, and someone brought these in and he called me up because he didn't really want them in his shop. Afraid of what might happen with them, I suppose. I don't know. But asked me if I was interested, and sure enough I was. But three weapons here. The first on top here is a Japanese Type 30 bayonet, World War II vintage. Unfortunately has the ring cut off. I don't know what that's called for attachment to the rifle, but still a pretty nice knife slash bayonet. It's an old M4. Am I saying that right? No. For an M14, I think it's a 6. It'll say on there somewhere. Yeah, an M6 for the M14 rifle, Vietnam era, with a plastic grip. And last but not least, boy, this is the thing that really interested me the most, was this 1918 U.S. Fighting knife from World War I. And it is with the markings LF and C 1918, which I'm sorry, I'll have to remember what that is. Maybe I can annotate it, but nice knife, pretty good blade shape. It still has the blackened I don't know if it's phosphate or phosphor or whatever it is, the blackening of the blade. Still in pretty good shape. Still some remains on the handle as well. Some of the colors are bleeding through, but all in all, in very nice shape. Has not been trimmed down on the guard here. A lot of those who also served in World War II, particularly with the paratroopers, I guess, where they had taken them and they'd shaved this part down of the guard so they didn't stick out so much, and they could tuck them in a little tighter. But a very, very nice World War I fighting knife that I was really glad to get my hands on. I collect knives just kind of like a secondary hobby, but real pleased with this. I looked it up, and on this U.S. 1918 trench knife, World War I, the LF and C stood for Landers, Ferry, and Clark. And I guess they actually manufactured household kitchenware and went into business making these knives for the Army for World War I guess they were made in France as well, and maybe originally in France and then copied from that model. But the skull crusher back here, otherwise known as a pommel, very aggressive brass knuckle type weapon there with some very sharp points. Certainly would make some depressed skull fractures pretty easily, and a very efficient and sharp dagger blade. So wouldn't want to fight anybody hand to hand, but with this in your hand, it's definitely an advantage in many ways. The Type 30 Japanese bayonet I have here, unfortunately modified, still a really, I think it'd almost be a good field knife just for fun, but it has and it's probably hard to see, that the armor's marking right there, which I guess is supposed to be like looking down on a stack of cannonballs, and that would be just a general Japanese armory sign. And a lot of them would have different markings as well, stampings, telling exactly where they were made. And I think this one was probably made in Tokyo or something. But very nice knife, really, bayonet. And the sheath that came with the Type 30. Unfortunately, there's no sheath for the trench knife, and I hear that's about as hard to find and as expensive as the knife itself. So, but anyway, just wanted to show you those weapons that I came across, and hope you enjoyed them.